In this video, I'll show you the procedure to make plastering grooves on the wall faces. So you know that the plastering grooves are important features which improves the aesthetic appeal of a house, and it is normally used in Victorian architecture. And let's go back to our drawing and let's see how to make that on this wall face. Before we start the plastering grooves, we have to create the 3D wall groove layer, and I have already created one layer here, and I'm going to keep that as a current layer because I want to give a different finish for the plastering groove object. To start with, I must align the UCS on this face. So I'll go to UCS and I'll take face option and I'll pick this face and I'll just give enter to accept this UCS. Now I'll draw a polyline starting from this endpoint to this endpoint. Now I want to keep a 25 centimeter as the width of the groove. So I'll copy this line using copy command and I'll give the second point at a distance of 25 centimeter. Now I'm going to connect these two endpoints using polylines. Then I'll give a p-edit and I'll join these polylines to a single profile. So p-edit and I'll select this. Then I'll go to join option and I'll select all the polylines to be joined. Now you can see that it is converted as a single profile. And now I'm going to extrude this profile. So I'll give extrude command, and height of extrusion is nothing but the thickness of the groove, which is 2.5 centimeter or 1 inch. So I'll give 2.5 centimeter. So it took a thickness of 1 inch, and you can just shade it and you can see the groove. In fact, you have made a plastering effect here. Now I would like to array this. You can array this because you need multiple copies of the same plastering object to be created in the vertical direction. So I'll give array classic command. Then I'll select the objects to be arrayed. Then I'll give the number of rows. I'll give, say, roughly 12 rows, and I'll give one column, and the row offset as 25 plus 25 is the thickness width of this plastering effect, and I should give the groove width of 2.5 along with it. So 25 plus 2.5 is 27.5, and the column offset is kept as 1. Let's preview the array. So you can see that you have there is one excess appearing here, so I need only 11. I'll give OK to accept this. Now I'll give a union command and I'll select the plastering objects to be made as a single object. So I can pick all the objects using crossing window selection method. Now with a single object. Now let's change the visual styles to realistic and see how the plastering effect appears. Now you can see that this plastering detail completely covers the window. So you have to in fact create an opening over here so that the window is exposed. So for that we will go to wireframe and I'll trace the profile using a polyline over here on the outer surface of this beading which you have created. I'll just trace the profile. And I'll give a close. Now I'll extrude this through minus 2.5 because that was the thickness of the beading which you have created around the window. Now you can subtract from this plastering groove this solid which you have created just now, and you can just give a shade and you can see that you have made an opening. You can repeat the same sequence of steps on any wall face on this model to get the same effect. In here I have repeated the same sequence of steps over here, so you have got a similar plastering effect here. Okay, so this is how you make a plastering groove.